At the beginning of the movie, we witness an intense international judo match between Korea and Japan. Today is the final match, and the main character, Jordan, is representing Korea. The game is filled with excitement, and Jordan's coach, Adrian, is shouting words of encouragement from the sidelines. But Jordan doesn't just lose the match, he also suffers a serious injury that damages his optic nerve, leaving him visually impaired for the rest of his life. The scene shifts to Jordan's older brother, Michael, who has been imprisoned for many years. However, when Michael returns home, his true nature is revealed. In reality, he doesn't care about Jordan at all. We see him making noodles and eating them by himself, not offering any to Jordan. Standing quietly by the window, unable to see, he is left speechless, stunned by his brother's behavior. Later, Jordan goes to the kitchen to make noodles, but being blind, unable to see, he eats the noodles raw without cooking them. He stumbles and falls repeatedly, yet instead of helping him, Michael only grows angrier. The next day, Jordan's coach visits. She finds him sleeping and immediately heads to the kitchen to cook for him, noticing the messy state of the house. When Michael sees her helping, he coldly remarks that Jordan isn't a child who needs someone to cook for him. The coach responds sharply, "What kind of brother are you?" Even at the hospital, Jordan finds no peace. His cruel brother whispers in his ear, "If you want to die, just die." In the next scene, Michael is seen at a bank, attempting to take out a loan using their house as collateral. The bank officer informs him that both brothers must agree to the loan. Later that night, after returning home, Michael suddenly changes his behavior toward his blind brother. He cooks for Jordan, feeds him with his own hands, and even engages him in friendly conversations. The next day, Michael is seen at a luxury showroom, purchasing a very expensive car. As frustrating as this might seem, it's important to control your anger and keep watching to see what happens next. Soon after, Jordan's coach, Adrian, comes to visit again, bringing food for him. Jordan begins eating, but as Adrian tries to encourage him, saying, "You're a great judo player, you should give it another try," Jordan throws the food aside in frustration. He stands up and walks toward his room, saying, "This is the house where I've lived for the past 20 years. Now I can't even move freely in it. I can't even prepare food for myself." He shuts the door behind him and starts crying uncontrollably, overwhelmed by the weight of his emotions. Meanwhile, Michael, carefree and irresponsible, is off partying with his new car. The following day, 2 officers from the prison arrive at their home to check if Michael is fulfilling the terms of his parole by taking proper care of Jordan. After the officers depart, Michael takes Jordan outside the house. A significant conversation unfolds between the 2 brothers. This marks a turning point for Michael as he starts to change. The next day, Michael takes Jordan shopping. At the store, a man rudely pushes Jordan down and, instead of apologizing, says, "Why do blind people even need to come shopping?" Furious, Michael almost attacks the man but quickly realizes he can't retaliate physically. Instead, he goes to the police and files a complaint, forcing the man to cover all their shopping bills. That night, Michael and Jordan return home, smiling. The following day, Jordan's coach, Adrian, visits once more and encourages Jordan to return to judo. Michael's words inspire Jordan, and for the first time, he expresses a willingness to try judo again. Overjoyed, Michael decides to throw a small dinner party. Jordan's coach and a close friend are invited to celebrate. Adrian responds warmly, "Seeing you today, I can truly say that you are a great older brother." The next day, Michael and Jordan are seen together in the kitchen, washing dishes. Michael, undeterred, offers his brother several tips, and even gives him a haircut to make him look more handsome. That night, the two brothers head to a club, hoping to help Jordan meet someone. At the club, a girl approaches Jordan and confidently tells him, "I'm the most beautiful girl here." Jordan, being blind, as the girl tries to get closer to Jordan, Michael steps in, pulling her away and taking Jordan home. Despite the incident, the love between the two brothers continues to grow. The next day, Michael goes to the hospital for a checkup and receives devastating news. He has terminal cancer. Michael still has plenty of loan money left, but even that can't save him. In deep sorrow, Michael drives home quickly, overwhelmed with thoughts of his blind brother. Meanwhile, Jordan, not knowing where Michael is, tries calling him repeatedly, but Michael doesn't answer. Michael had finally found peace in his life, reconnecting with his brother. Now the thought of leaving Jordan behind haunts him. What will happen to my blind brother when I'm gone? He wonders. In the next scene, Jordan tries to fry an egg but accidentally drops it on his leg, burning himself. When Michael returns home and sees what has happened, he scolds Jordan harshly, saying, "Are you so hungry that you can't wait any longer?" Jordan quietly responds, "Brother, I was cooking eggs for you." The following day, Michael visits their parents' graves. Standing before them, he speaks to his deceased parents, saying, "One of your sons has become blind, and the other is about to pass away." A few days later, Michael, in deep sorrow, says, "Your blind son won't be able to manage on his own. If I die, what will happen to him?" In the next scene, Michael takes Jordan to the training ground for practice. At this moment, Michael opens up to Adrian, Jordan's coach, and confesses his heartbreaking reality. "I won't survive much longer. I have cancer. After I'm gone, you'll have to take care of everything for Jordan." Shortly after, she helps Jordan enroll with a national coach to intensify his judo training. Meanwhile, Michael busies himself at home. He begins stocking up on food and rearranging the house so that Jordan can navigate more easily after he's gone. One day, when Jordan returns home from practice, he notices that everything in the house has changed. Now, he can move around freely without anyone's help. Surprised, he tells Michael, "Brother, I've been selected for the national team. Next week, I'm going to Brazil for the Olympics." Hearing this, Michael smiles warmly and says, "I've got a job in Italy, so I'll be leaving for Italy too." The next day, Michael bids farewell to Jordan as if it's an ordinary goodbye, but for him, it feels like a final farewell. Jordan leaves for Brazil, unaware of the tragedy unfolding back home. In Brazil, Jordan excels, and it is soon revealed that he has made it to the final after a stunning semi-final victory. Michael, hearing this news, is filled with joy and pride. However, his physical condition is rapidly deteriorating. At that time, one of Michael's friends admits him to the hospital as his condition worsens. Meanwhile, in Brazil, Jordan is filled with fear about playing the final match. His experience with finals has left him hesitant, and he doesn't want to relive that failure. At that crucial moment, Adrian reveals the heartbreaking truth to him. She tells Jordan that Michael had lied about going to Italy for a job. His brother is terminally ill with cancer and doesn't have much time left. Stunned by the news, Jordan immediately wants to return to Korea to be with his brother. But Adrian stops him, saying, "If you don't win this match and bring home the gold medal for your brother, he will be deeply disappointed." This is his last wish, Jordan. He wants to see the Olympic medal in your hand, and that will bring him peace. Hearing this, Jordan realizes the weight of his brother's final wish and agrees to play in the final. He calls Michael from Brazil and says, "Brother, I will win the gold medal for you, but you must promise me one thing. You have to hold on until I come back." Both brothers, overwhelmed with emotion, tear up during the phone call, knowing the joyful days they once shared are slowly slipping away. With that promise in his heart, the final match begins. In the first 2 rounds, Jordan struggles and faces defeat. But before the last round starts, he takes a moment to remember all the beautiful moments spent with his brother. He recalls the promise he made to bring the gold medal home for Michael. The match is intense, but in the end, Jordan emerges victorious. He has won the gold medal. Michael, watching the match from his hospital bed, is overjoyed, his face lighting up with happiness. However, as the crowd cheers, Jordan falls to the ground, overwhelmed by the weight of his victory. He cries intensely, knowing that when he returns to South Korea, his brother may no longer be there to greet him. This scene from the movie deeply touched my heart. Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments. In the final scene, it is revealed that Michael has passed away. Jordan returns home and sits in silence, grieving the loss of his brother. Michael's friend, who is now caring for Jordan, hands him a tape recorder and says, "Your brother left this for you. He recorded everything he couldn't say to you while he was alive, so you could hear it after he was gone." Sitting alone, Jordan puts on the headphones and begins listening to Michael's voice. His brother's words echo in his ears. Our lives are very precious. Never think of yourself as insignificant. Maybe fate has taken me, Mom, and Dad from you, but we will meet again someday. Always take good care of yourself, and remember, your brother loves you very much. The recording fills the room, a final message from the brother he loved so much. The scene shifts, showing Jordan gradually returning to his normal life. He learns to handle all his tasks on his own, showing strength in the face of loss. And with that, the story of the movie comes to a close.